Welcome to another edition of our weekly Parashat portion. This week's Parasha is Parashat Shelach, and at the end of the Parasha, we read the passage that we recite every single day in Shema Yisrael. The last paragraph of Shema talks all about Tzitzit. So I want to talk a little bit about the mitzvah of Tzitzit, build it up, the value and the importance of the mitzvah, and then we're going to ask a question. So it says in Shema, in the pasuk, "V'haya lachem letzitzit," you should have tzitzit for yourselves. Uritem oto, and you should see it. Uzchartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, and you will remember all the mitzvot of Hashem. Va'asitem otam, and you're going to do them if you remember them. Ve'lo ta'turu acharei lebabchem ve'acharei einechem. You should not stray after your heart's desires, your eyes' desires. That they're making you go that way. Lema'an tizkeru, so that you can remember again and perform all the mitzvot. V'idem kedoshim lelohechem, and then you could be holy for your God. So we see the purpose of wearing tzitzit is to serve as a daily, constant reminder not to stray off the path of Judaism and always keep ourselves in check. Like a little boy that his father wants him to remember something, he'll tie a little string around his finger, and the boy will hopefully remember. He says, "Oh, what's the string doing on my finger?" And he'll remember the thing that his father told him. So too, we have these strings on our clothing in order to always make us feel the presence of Hashem. Now, there's some beautiful, beautiful things that are said about tzitzit. I'm just going to mention a couple that I've seen. In the Gemara Menachot Daf Mem Gimel Amud Bet, it says as follows: Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai Omer, Kol Hazariz b'mitzvah zo, anybody that is very meticulous in this mitzvah of tzitzit, Zoche Kabel Penei Shechina, they are able to have the zechut that they're going to receive the Penei HaShechina, the face of Hashem's presence, His divine Shechina. Another Gemara, it says in Shabbat Daf Chav Gimel Amud Bet, Hazahir betzitzit zoche l'talit na'ah. Somebody that's careful in the mitzvah of tzitzit, he's able to have a nice wardrobe. He'll have the funds and the finances to get himself nice clothing. Midah keneged midah. He took care of his clothing and put tzitzit on them. Hashem says, "I'm going to take care of you, and I'm going to give you money so that you can buy a nice wardrobe." Couple more small points. There's a famous Gemara that says that whoever observes the mitzvah of tzitzit, it's as if they were mekayem the whole Torah. So that means you could walk around with a pair of tzitzit on, you're getting 613 mitzvot every second, according to this Gemara. What an opportunity, just for wearing a garment. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, when a person gets up in the morning and he puts on his talet and tefillin, he wears his tzitzit, the Shekhinah dwells with him and says, "You are my servant Yisrael, in whom I will be glorified." So the Shekhinah is so proud of us, and it feels glorified, Hashem feels glorified that we're wearing tzitzit. Question is as follows. The way that it works is that tzitzit is not a lo ta'aseh. It's not like eating ham that you gotta do it. If not, you're gonna get punished. If you go and eat ham, you're gonna get punished. It's not like that. Tzitzit is a mitzvah aseh, and something some people don't know is that you only have the obligation to wear tzitzit when you're wearing a four-cornered garment. Now, normally in today's day and age, we do not wear four-cornered garments, so really all our clothing is not chayav in tzitzit, right? Regular jacket, you don't have to put tzitzit. You don't see people walking around with tzitzit. In the olden times, they used to wear togas and things like that. That would be four-cornered garments, and they would always put on the tzitzit. So today, really, a guy could walk around daily, not wearing tzitzit, and he's not doing anything really wrong. However, the Chachamim urge us, because of the importance of the mitzvah, they say, we're not going to tell you that you have to put on tzitzit, but a strong suggestion is to go out and get a four-cornered garment, so that you could be mekayem the mitzvah. So put a four-cornered garment on yourself, and then you're going to be chayav, and then you put the tzitzit on it. So the question that Rav Moshe Feinstein asks, he says this is a mystery. Such a great mitzvah, such an important mitzvah, keeps you from doing averot. It gets you to do more mitzvot. It has all these beautiful rewards and so on and so forth. How could it be that we're not chayav? Why doesn't the Torah just say, you must put tzitzit on every day, you must wear a four-cornered garment? Why is it only if you wear a four-cornered garment, then you have to put on tzitzit and then you get the mitzvah? It should tell us, you must wear a four-cornered garment every day, and therefore we're going to be, so to speak, forced to do this great, wonderful, beautiful mitzvah. So the answer is as follows. I'll share with you a story that happened the past couple of weeks. I teach in school. And I take boys out one by one. I pull them out to do some reading. So there was one boy that I know he's notorious for not doing his homework. Any grade, any teacher, they all say he does no homework. So I said, I believe in this kid. I'm going to be different. You know, I always like to believe in the children and try to make something of them, even when other people think that it's not going to happen. So I took it upon myself, I took this kid out and I started to give him homework, and sure enough, he did not do the homework. So the first day he didn't do the homework, I said, why didn't you do it? I forgot, Okay. Assignment. So I give him an assignment, and he has to write, I will do my homework many times. And after that, okay, I'm saying maybe tomorrow he's going to do it. And I tell him the whole speech, how important it is to read, and this and that, and the next day he comes in, no homework. So now I give him a bigger assignment, but this time I said, you know what, let me use positive reinforcement. Instead of saying that I didn't do my homework or something like that, write like this. I want to read awesome. I made him write, I want to read awesome so many times. I figured maybe this will get it into his head that really he'll have a value for this reading and therefore he'll want to do the homework. But didn't work. Comes in the next day, and again he didn't do his homework. I tell him, if you do your homework 5 times, I'm going to give you a soda. Now a lot of boys, I give them a soda after getting 10 times homework. I said, for you I'm going to cut it in half, 5 times you get a soda. And he got a little bit excited. Okay, I'm going to try. And the next day he comes in and he didn't do his homework again. I'm getting frustrated, but I tell him, listen, I said, I believe in you. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm going to make sure you get this homework done. You're not getting away from me. You better do it. It's only going to take you a couple of minutes, and the punishment and headache that you're going to have the next day is not worth it. So I told him, if you do your homework this time, I'm taking you to 7-Eleven tomorrow, and you could get whatever you want. Kid's face lit up. He says, Rabbi, do you have a piece of paper? I said, sure. What do you need a piece of paper for? He takes a piece of paper, he writes in big, do my homework. And he takes a full piece of paper, folds it up, puts it in his pocket, and he says, I'm going to do the homework. Finally, I got through the kid. I feel like he's really going to do it. And he did. He walked in the next day, and he had his homework done, and he had it signed by his parents and everything. And I was very, very proud of him. The story doesn't have such a happy ending. Can't take him to 7-Eleven every single day, so he ended up going back to not doing his homework, but still working on it. Anyway, the point being is as follows, that the mitzvah of tzitzit is supposed to serve as a reminder for us. If you want somebody to be reminded of something, they have to care. This boy did not care about the reading. So you give him an assignment, you give him a little bit of incentive, things. If he really doesn't care about the reading, and the incentives are not great enough to make him care, not going to do it, no matter what you do. No matter how much you yell and scream, how many prizes you give him, it's not going to happen. However, when I finally got through to him was when I gave him a huge incentive. And then he had a value for it. He says, oh, now I have a value for doing this homework, I'm going to do it. And now, all of a sudden, he knows how to remember. I thought he doesn't know how to remember. All these days, he didn't know how to remember. All these years with all the teachers, he doesn't remember his homework. Now he knows how to remember. So how was he able to remember? Because he had a value for it, and he wanted to do the homework, so therefore he did it. So too with tzitzit. Hashem says, I'm not going to tell you you got to put on tzitzit. Then the whole thing is going to be pointless. Then the tzitzit's not going to stop us from doing averot and remembering the mitzvot, because it's going to be forced upon us, and reminders don't help like that. Hashem says it's got to come from you. You got to want to go to the store and pick up that garment, four-cornered garment for a few dollars and have tzitzit on it. If you go through those motions, you're saying, I want to remember the mitzvot. I want to care. And if you do want a reminder, then the reminder is going to work. If you don't want a reminder, you could give all the reminders in the world. They're not going to do anything for us. This goes for people that are not wearing tzitzit and that want to start. This is what they should do. Go and show Hashem that I want a reminder. And also the people that are wearing tzitzit for years, it becomes so routine that it's just something that you do and you forget why you really have tzitzit on you. And we really have to strengthen this. I'm talking to myself that every single day I put on tzitzit, and you could do Avirah with the tzitzit on. We have to look into the mitzvah and realize what this mitzvah is about. Why are we putting it on? Stop and think in the morning and say, what am I doing right now when I put on tzitzit? And if you remember, then it's going to serve as a reminder throughout the day. Now, the women that are listening, don't think that you're so removed from this mitzvah of tzitzit. Whoever has husbands or children or grandchildren that they can encourage to do mitzvah, what a beautiful zechut that you have. And also, all those women that wash the tzitzit, make sure you wash them and honor the mitzvah so nicely that you make them clean for your husbands or children or grandchildren. Make sure that you untangle all the strings, make sure no strings are ripped. Has v'shalom, that you have a pasul tzitzit going on to a person, you could save that person from an avirah. So don't think that you're so removed. You also can have the zechut of this beautiful mitzvah of tzitzit and share in olam haba. Shabbat shalom.